Okay, so, hey, uh, 10 months on T now changes really just my voice, and I guess I've been building some muscle a little bit, not like anything really noticeable, unless, I guess, you ever paid attention to my body shape or something. I personally notice it a little bit, not like, oh yeah, I'm drastically more muscly. I've kind of been working out a little bit. Not like gym working out, just like I've got some like weights here in my house. So physical changes aside, I've got my name legally changed. My new birth certificate came in on Monday. Today's Saturday. I have to go to Service Ontario and get my new health card, my new photo ID card, and my new social insurance card. Well, I hear it's not a card anymore. Now it's like a long form, so you just have to memorize the number, which I know the number, so uh, that's a thing. I gotta go to work and give them my photocopy of my new birth certificate and social insurance number thing, and um, I gotta go to the bank, get a new um, have them change my name and get a new bank card and new Visa card, and then go back to work with my new um, like transit number sheet, whatever work order sheet that you get from the bank. I have to go back to work with that, and I have to do that all next week because I got paid this week, and I have to do it before like the pay week, so that way I don't know, legal stuff, it doesn't get messed up. I don't really know, but I've got to do that stuff. Also got to go to the school, go to registration. Basically, I got to do all the stuff that I have to do to get everyone else on board with the name change. Um, my dad was pretty okay with it when I told him that it's finally gone through. His only thing was he wanted me to make photocopies of all my old ID just in case I need to prove that I used to be so and so. And I've got like I guess proof, like physical proof about that. Um, because I know um, with passports and like health cards, they don't take it. They just like put a stamp or punch holes through it so you know you can't use it anymore. Um, but because my old birth certificate, they took it when I sent off my name change stuff. So I got my new one, so I don't. But I do have a copy. I do have a photocopy of my old birth certificate. Also, along with the name change, my gender marker was changed from F to M, and even though I don't ID as a 100% binary guy, I did not want F on any more of my paper stuff. So I'm also gonna have to make sure that everything also says M on it. As you can see, I've changed my hair to yarn braids, pink and black, and I also got like lock jewelry to put in on the black side. What else? I'm trying to think of everything else that I need to like update people on. So I made like a Facebook post about my new birth certificate coming in, and a couple of my bosses who I am like Facebook friends with like also liked it. So I'm not out to anyone at work as trans, but I don't know. I had like in the post it was talking about my birth certificate, and then it said hashtag trans, hashtag good things, and a couple bosses like liked it, so I don't know, I guess it was kind of like, oh, this person's trans, or maybe they didn't read it and they just saw that other people liked it, so they liked it too. But yeah, so it makes me feel like okay, it'll be a little bit easier actually having to come out at work about it. It's just kind of, I'm just kind of like, about having to be like, not just like the name thing, because I don't really mind if everybody just keeps calling me Alex, because they've been doing it for like about 7 months now, and Alex is a part of my middle name, so I don't need them to call me Cyril or anything. But to be like, yeah, can you call me like he, him, his? I'm kind of like, because like it's not even like really my pronouns, but I don't have time to be like, okay, here's like the gender 101, because every time I go into work and like I have to talk to my bosses about anything, which is never like a conversation, but everyone's, it's just so busy and frantic there, because like fast food. So when I have to be like, oh, can I book off a day? It's like running to the back, like trying to do everything quickly. So I don't really have time to like actually explain gender to them and be like, oh yeah, I'm non-binary and just go by they, them, their. And then it's like, what? And then it's like a whole thing. And even like my coworkers, like there's no actual conversation time except if you're on your break. There's no time to talk because it's just always so busy. And even when it's slow, it's only ever slow for like 2 minutes, and then you turn around and there's like 20 people in line. And it's like, where did you guys even come from? I don't have time to talk and discuss stuff. It's just easier to just be like, okay, I'm a trans boy, I guess. Like 3 times it's already happened, like at work, where customers are like, oh, are you a boy or a girl? Once, like, 2 were like old men, and then 1 was like a little kid. And my answers have been like, um, what do you want to order? And like sidestepping it, because I'm like, I am at work and I don't want to go into gender 101 right now, so I'm just going to ignore you and go back to doing work. And because I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. So that's already like my mindset at work. Maybe I'm not giving them enough credit, but it's, if you knew my town, like, you wouldn't be like, oh, maybe they know. It's like, no. It's like small town type of mentality, and everybody is like straight cis white people. You get what I'm trying to say. Basically, when I have to talk about it at work, I'll just be like, yeah, so I'm a boy, and it's like, that's how it is, I guess. And then it's like, but you're so feminine. Yeah, because I'm like super gay. Like, all they know is that I said I'm gay at work. And then it's like, okay, so I don't think they're gonna ask me any follow up questions about my sexuality. Hopefully they don't, because it's like, why? Like, the only time it's happened is just because like people have asked me about my triangle tattoo, and I'm just like, it's a gay thing. Just like short form of it. Yeah. What else was I talking about? So that's work, and also around like my 7 month mark. I don't think I mentioned this in the video if I made 7 months. I don't remember if I made a 7 month video, but anyway, I started feeling like this like itchiness that's been like all over like my arms and like my legs and my hands and my feet, and it just happens like maybe once a day or once every other day randomly, and it's just like extremely itchy, like nothing, like it feels like a rash, but it pops up and then it goes away, because there's no like long lasting like bumps or anything to notice it. It's just happens, and then like with my hands, like my hands swell up and feel very hot, and it's like burning and itchy, and my feet, it feels like I have frostbite, and they're itchy and hot, and it's just like unbearable, and I'm miserable. And I went to my doctors about it, like my family doctor, and she's like, well, like, we did your blood work and there's no like there's no signs of any anomalies, so here's like a prescription for an antihistamine, because Benadryl works, but it makes me super tired and I can't take it during the day because of class and work. So I've been taking just like the antihistamine, but having to just deal with this stuff every day has been like super miserable, because like when it hits my hands, it's just burning and painful and itchy, and my hands are all swollen and it's gross. But it lasts for like maybe an hour or an hour and a half every other day that it happens. And some people have been like, maybe it's the testosterone, and I'm like, it's not the testosterone, because it was like 7 months. And then I'm like, well, maybe it, like, the only change, because it's not, I thought it was like skin allergies to like laundry or stuff, but I haven't changed my detergent or anything, and I washed all my sheets, washed all my clothes, everything. It's not that. So the only new thing was the injections, and then I heard that people can be allergic to the oil that it's suspended in. So I looked it up, and mine is suspended in cottonseed oil. And I have like seasonal allergies, and I'm allergic to ragweed. And we have these trees in my neighborhood, these cottonwood trees, and every spring they like produce like this cotton fluffs, white fluffs, or pollen or something that make me sneeze ridiculously, and I'm super allergic to. So I'm like, cottonseed oil, cottonwood. I don't know if there's a correlation, but next time I go to my endocrinologist, I'm going to ask him about getting a different injectable testosterone, or something that's suspended in a different oil, because I kind of hope maybe it's just that, because, and that he has access to give me a different injectable um, testosterone, because if I have to go on a different kind of testosterone, like if I have to go back on the gel or something, I don't really want to, because I don't think it's gonna undo any changes. But I've already stopped like my period for like 3 months, and I don't want that to start up again. And I want my voice to keep getting lower. And the changes with the gel is just like super slow, and it hadn't like slowed down my period at all. So I don't want that to come back, and I really want my voice to just keep getting lower. So that's it as far as updates. If anybody else has experienced like that, like almost allergic reaction type of like itchiness, or I went to my doctor and I said it was hives, but then they were like, they saw like several doctors, like 3 different doctors about it, and they're like, it's not hives, because hives react like X, Y, and Z, and the way you're describing it, it's not that. And I even took pictures of like my hands and my arms when they got like super itchy and like swollen, and they're like, yeah, that's not hives. So everyone's like, I don't know what it is, and I got a bunch of blood work done. Like, I've given so much blood, I don't even know, but everything comes back normal. So that's frustrating. And I'd really like to find out what it is, because the itchiness is just like, I don't remember chickenpox, but I feel like this is what chickenpox felt like. Like, I'm just like scratching, and it's just hot and painful and annoying. So, yeah. So that's been my 10 months. Up till now, it's been 10 months. On tea, so no real changes aside from like my voice and I guess gaining weight. And yeah, I don't really notice like my face changing that much, and I've been taking pictures and stuff, and comparatively it doesn't look that different. Um, I've I'm 10 months overall on testosterone, but I think I'm about 4 uh, about 4 or 5 months on injections overall. So because I only started like physically changing since injections, I've been like low key counting like my injections as my actual like progress on testosterone. So anytime I'm like, at 10 months I should be at X, Y, and Z, or I should sound like X, Y, and Z. I'm like, but I only started injections like 3 or 4 months ago. So technically I'm a little like behind because T affects everybody differently and everybody changes at their own rate. So I try to keep that in the back of my head as I'm transitioning. But if anyone has any like questions for me or whatever, just like comment about it, or like message me on Tumblr or something. I'll put my Tumblr in the like description box. So yeah, 10 months on tea, and I'm really liking my voice. All right, see ya.